Does this make you feel something? Or this? Happy, sad, scared, melancholy? Sweet, because that's exactly what a great art style should do. Art should make you feel an emotion. And how Minecraft's art style is designed to do this is really bizarrely genius. Look at the old texture design for diorite. I know it's kind of ugly, but it's one of the best design blocks in the whole game. Hear me out. In just a simple 16 by 16 pixel pattern, the block perfectly encapsulates exactly what the real rock looks like. The black and white edges, the harsh look, it's like you could touch the block and feel every little detail of the rock, which is a huge accomplishment for pixel art. Given the lack of space and detail, every single pixel placement and color needs to be very deliberate. It's no splatter painting where colors are tossed willy-nilly, everything has to be precise. It's the same case with wood or cobblestone or even netherrack, which I know everyone seems to hate, but look how viscerally gross it is. It's rough and it pops out at you and it really makes the nether feel like a living hell. But then it got changed to basic red smudge, which I'm so sad about because does this really make you strongly feel anything? Does it make you feel disgusted or like you're in a completely alien world? No. You'll be mine forever, old netherrack. Another common thing seen in pixel art is the overall low usage of different colors. In Minecraft, you're not going to see a rainbow glitch looking block or anything crazy like that. Blocks rarely have more than 3 core colors that they use. TNT is orange, black, and white, diamond ore is a gray backdrop with blue diamonds, and green concrete is green. Designs on blocks are also pretty straightforward. Take the carved pumpkin. It's just a simple smile and 2 eyes, as harmless as can be. It's not jarring or creepy or super detailed in any way. In fact, nothing in Minecraft is super detailed. A lot of games today will brag about how realistic and lifelike their graphics look, but Minecraft goes in the complete opposite direction. The pixelated look of the game is almost a throwback to older video games, where there was significantly less computing power and memory. A lot of these early games were monochromatic and used a bare minimum of pixels. One of the first commercially successful video games was Pong, and it was so simple that it didn't even need bytes to function. The original arcade version from 1972 operated completely on hardware circuitry, which is just crazy to imagine today. But as technology progressed, computers could obviously store more and more data and could pull off a lot better graphics. When Minecraft started development in 2009, computers were powerful enough to have some pretty darn tootin' good graphics. But that wasn't the case. Minecraft instead opted for simplicity, partly for design choice, and partly due to Notch's own lack of skill in game development. Back in 2009, the game was really a one-man amateur indie game. Just look at the very first version of the game. You can't get any more bare bones than this. Even as the game progressed in development and more developers began working on it, Minecraft's simple gameplay and mechanics were kind of a core theme of the game. What originally was just Notch's restricted development skills became a central part of the game itself, and the simpleness of the art style reflects that. Have you ever used a hyper-realistic texture pack and the game just felt off? Or seen those super uncanny realistic Minecraft videos where, like, dude, ew, it's just wrong. It totally contrasts with the blocky simpleness of the game. Of course today, Minecraft isn't run by a single amateur game developer. It's run by a multi-billion-dollar empire. Mojang could code to whatever detail they want, but they don't. They stick to the limitations set already because that's how central the art style is to the game itself. And you know, the simpleness is kind of genius really. There's a concept in psychology called creative limitation, and it's exactly what it sounds like. People are more productive and creative when they have existing limitations set on them. If you gave a painter a paintbrush and told them to make something beautiful, what does that mean? What is something beautiful? There's like a bajillion different ways to make something beautiful. And with so many ideas of what to do, there's a good chance they just end up not painting anything. Creative blockage. That annoying thing when it's not that you have no idea of what to do, it's that you have too many ideas of what to do. But if instead you told the painter to make a beautiful sunset at the beach with the waves crashing at the sand, that's specific. That's a constraint. Instead of imagining a bajillion different things, they now have a specific set of ideas of what to do. It's the same case with Minecraft. The game limits your creativity in certain aspects. You can't build after a certain height, you're restricted by 1x1 block spaces, and you can't invent new blocks in vanilla Minecraft. You're given a select amount of blocks already to work with. But imagine if there was somehow a block for like every different thing in the real world. We'd be back to the case of the painting. Too many ideas for what to do. Instead, we have a still fairly large but significantly more selective array of blocks. It's why, in a good way, we're forced to use stairs for seats, wool blocks to make large beds, or item frames as dinner plates. It's also why Mojang has refused to add any furniture to the game. It would take away a lot of that creative limitation that players have. But while Minecraft's art style is so dandy from an artistic viewpoint, it's also super genius from a business perspective. Seriously, Minecraft is the best-selling video game of all time. It's sold over 300 million copies, the franchise has made over $10 billion, and a huge part of that comes down to the art style. Think of the quadrillions of Minecraft backpacks and lunchboxes sold out there with just a grass block on them. Like, dude, it's dirt and grass. People walk on dirt and grass. But like, the game's art style is just that iconic. Everyone knows it's a Minecraft lunchbox and that you like Minecraft just from the grass block design. Personally, I had a creeper jacket in elementary school. The one with the zip-up hoodie mask. God, it was so cool. Plus, its simplicity and harmlessness allows literally anyone to play Minecraft. Children, teens, adults, old people, bald people, anyone. There's no depictions of blood, gore, or intense violence. There's no grotesque designs that might scare away potential customers. There's no gendered content, with each and every mob being completely gender neutral, and there's definitely no hypersexualized content either. Also, since the game's design is so simple, it makes Minecraft small enough to be playable on almost any device. PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, iPad, phones, you name it. There's no world where Minecraft would have been the financial success it is today if it didn't have access to that huge player base market. And I just want to go on a bit of a tangent here because I think this is interesting. A lot of design choices have been made to make the game playable for colorblind people. In the 1.3 update, Mojang was adding villager trading to the game. One of the developers, Dinnerbone, the same guy whose name tag flips animals upside down, originally coded rubies into the game to be used as the trading currency. But at the very last minute, he changed the currency to be emeralds instead. Dinnerbone was red-green colorblind and had trouble telling the difference between redstone ore and ruby ore, so the green emeralds gave more distinction between the two colors. Later on in the 1.14 texture update, Mojang altered the textures of the ores to be visually distinct. Even if you were super colorblind and couldn't tell the difference between certain colors, you could know which ore is which based purely on visual distinctions. Which is great. But is that it? Sure, the art style is objectively genius and well made, but there's also this aspect to it that, beyond any game I've ever played, just makes it so extraordinarily nostalgic. What's that part of Minecraft that always brings me back to the 2-week phase? Or what's the part that always gets me remembering all the old memories of the game? The other day, I booted up an old Xbox and opened the Minecraft console edition, and it was kind of surreal to play on it again after so much time. It was like an old time capsule, completely untouched. No updates, no gameplay, just exactly how I left it last when I was 7. All the builds I ever made on it were right there, untouched by time, and this wave of old memories overtook me. One of the first builds I ever made on this world was this sort of wall surrounding this jungle of buildings in the middle. 7-year-old me's house. But I didn't spend too long working on that. I made all sorts of builds, a prison, a McDonald's, and I was also so inspired by the wonders of science that I decided to build a NASA space shuttle. Okay, I was like 7 at the time. Shut up! My little sister played with me too, and she had built this huge Frankenstein tower of all these different colorful blocks. She also worked on another tower, which she very ominously called the Red Apartment, though we never played long enough for her to build anything in it. And in the end, it's kind of crazy that from all these blocks placed in the right way to all the pixels colored in the right way with all the old textures and buildings and everything, that for the 10 minutes I played, I really felt like a kid again. No responsibilities, no direction in life, just playing Minecraft. And while there's so much brilliance in the simple gameplay and tranquil music, it's not those things specifically that hold these old memories from this world, or any of the worlds I've ever played. It's the visuals. It's the art. It's the builds and worlds I made using these cleverly designed blocks. These distant memories of 4-year-old me building a diamond house for the first time with my cousin on his mom's iPad. Or this one cave I dug out in a snowy tundra where I built this cozy brick fireplace. Or the saturated green landscapes, or snowy mountains, or swimming through the barren blue ocean at night with the moon glowing up above. All these worlds are gone. The code that compiled them is long deleted. I will never see these worlds again. All I have left of them are these memories. And of the weeks I spent writing and thinking about this script, I just couldn't quite articulate what about the art style makes it so nostalgic. Maybe it's the dreamy landscape with the saturated colors and similarity to our own world. Maybe it's the memories made with friends that the visuals hold. I don't know for sure. But there's just something more to the art of this game that's beautiful beyond words or reasoning.